So what is a brand? Well, I turn to our marketing guru, Seth Godin here to really just capture this because he says it so well. A brand is the set of expectations, memories, stories and relationships that, taken together, account for a consumer's decision to choose one product or service over another. So as you can see, a brand is actually an experience. It's not something very tangible, it's intangible. And it's about emotions, and it's about, I guess, what people can recall, their connection to an experience that then they can define as their brand recognition. So I think there will be a copy available of this presentation to everybody, as you can get access to. Don't be making notes too crazily. So, expanding a little bit on what a brand is. Today, a brand is not just a logo or a brochure. As we know, it's a lot more than that, okay? Your brand is, this is my favorite, it's the heart and soul of your business. It's really about what you are, what you represent. It's where you express your style, your image, your aspirations, and your energy. I mean, what could be more fun than, you know, just displaying all these elements and expressing yourself through your brand. So if we perceive it that way, look at it that way, we really get to grips with what it's about. Your brand represents your voice and your values. Okay, so again, it's tying back to what I mentioned about what's important in your work, what you want to achieve, and what difference, I guess, do you want to make in the world and with your customers. A brand can be tangible imagery or intangible emotion. So it's a combination of things. Like the tangible is very much the business card, the logo, things you can see and feel and touch. And then there's the obviously the very significant intangible ones. Branding is your style, it's your tone, and it's your image. So it's all of these things that we see and perceive in subtle forms and more obvious forms too. And your brand is what your customers remember you by. That's ultimately what this is all about. You want to connect with your customers and you want them to recall you. So it's really about what they perceive you to be as, okay, and how they remember you. So why is building a brand essential for your business? Well, branding is a means of defining your business to yourself and your audience. It's about explaining what you're about and why you do what you do, okay? It differentiates you from your competitors. I mean, who doesn't recognize that beautiful white box, streamlined and simple with the little silver apple on it? That is just beautifully encapsulating the Apple brand, okay? It's about standing out from what everybody else does and really being true to what you believe and what is your identity. And then through that, your brand promotes your business itself, okay? Customers connect to the brand on an emotional level. So they identify with the values you're trying to communicate. And these sets of values and beliefs is what leads to ultimately higher engagement. They want to become more engaged with you and more involved with you because you're sharing the same aspirations and the same beliefs that they really aspire to or believe in too. So this is a visual I did here which really just captures what the brand and your brand is all about, okay? But this is whether it's your personal brand or a brand for your business, like for example the Orange Lantern. So really it is the backbone of your business. It is the heart and soul of what you're about in your business. It's your essence. It's also your aspirations. It's your message, your energy, your style, your image, and emotion and expression. It's all of these things combined. Every element is working to contribute towards creating your brand. So why again it's essential to have your brand? Higher engagement leads to deeper trust and more customer involvement. So the sales process no longer is a one-hit transaction, okay? You have your pre-sales, you have your sales, your post-sales and your customer service. So that whole process leads to deeper trust, and the customer is not expecting you to disappear once the sale is finished, okay? They want to be part of your brand, they want to come back and visit again, buy again, and turn to you for inspiration, advice if you're an industry leader, whatever it is, okay? Branding results in greater brand differentiation and customer loyalty. Again, it's defining what you are, separating you from the crowd and helping you stand out in your sector, in your industry sector. And this then encourages your advocacy, customer referrals and expanding and organic growth of your own tribe. Organic growth is actually the best type of growth you can get, okay? That's your fans, your tribe, your followers telling others how great you are or why they should use you, okay? And really that is the best thing a small business can build their business on, is advocacy and referrals. So before we define our brand, we must identify our why, our purpose, and our values. So this is again the professional portrait I talked about. You can expand it, there's many tools out there as to how you can develop your own and find your purpose and your why, your passion. But we also must look at our product and service and identify what space this occupies in the market, okay? It's a very crowded marketplace out there. We need to know what's going to make us stand out, how we are going to be different, how we're going to be remembered. And then, excuse me, we need to discover who we are serving and why, our perfect customers, and what emotional and rational needs we are meeting. If we don't know ourselves what solutions we are bringing to the market for our customers and their problems, well then how are they going to know? So once we identify who we are serving and why, we then know where we're going to reach them and how we're going to speak to them, okay?